I blew my I blew my account today. It is a $10,000 funded challenge. I was busy with I traded with FTMO. I didn't blow the account, but I am 8% down. I didn't blow the whole 8% in one day. I lost 3% today. My plan today was only to risk 1%, and I let's talk about it. So it started this morning basically. Now I came to the market, I analyzed, and obviously we know that gold is on a strong bullish direction. Like it's a bullish momentum, strong bullish momentum. So when I came to the market, I saw a good setup that aligned with my entry rules. And like I always do when I come to the market, I calculated my risk and I went in. And then I went to the bathroom. I came back. In the bathroom, I checked my phone. Sorry. And then I saw that I am in a drawdown. So walking to my desk, to my office, back to my office, I closed the trade. So when I got to open my chart on my desktop, and I see, but the trade is still valid. But then I already closed. Then it's like 30 minutes after that, came back to the charts, and then I saw that the trade just shot up so good to my TP2 area. And weird part is I trade with a friend, and I sent her that trade, and she was I said to her, let's wait for it to break at 3840.5. um it's the weirdest thing, and we never entered there, and then the trade started to move. So I think that the psychology of money. So I did not lose the trade due to my technicals. I actually lost the trade due to my psychology, because what happened there is when I calculated and saw that this trade did now play out to TP2, I would have been up 2.5%. I would have brought my account at least back to close to break even. And it wasn't just the thought of missing out on the trade, it's the thought of I would have been out of the red. And that, I think that's where I went into a tangent. I definitely act out of character, because now my ego took over my whole decision making. I was in my thoughts, I was in my mind, I was so stuck in getting, "Oh, wow, I just missed out on this big trade," and I just couldn't let it go. I couldn't let it go. I was so in my feelings. I was like, the things that I always preach, that like there's always another trade, there's always another opportunity. Don't re-enter after you took a loss. All of those things, all of those rules, just it wasn't that time. It wasn't. I didn't use it. I was undisciplined. I lost my self control. I was out of control basically. And that state of mind, I decided to enter again. Trying. I entered. My entries was bad, because now I'm just entering. I'm gambling basically. And I realized that because I was down already 3% down in drawdown from the prior day, it really worked on me, the fact that I want to pass this challenge. I want to pass this phase 1. I want to pass this phase 2. I want to just get to the payout state. That it's harder than what I thought it would be. I really imagine that, because I have a strict system that I do follow, and that I can see in my personal account that I'm profitable, that maybe that I will also be profitable in my challenges. But I must be honest with you, I just lost myself emotionally. I got so emotional, too emotional in the States. And I for a moment I felt like a loser. I felt like that like I cannot trade after so much experience in the market. For just for that moment. Um, it sucks, it sucks. But talking about it now really gives, like, looking back on it. It's not long. It's not long ago. It's like literally a few hours ago that I lost that one trade, and I just closed, and I decided now I'm just gonna close. I'm not gonna even bother looking. I'm just gonna close. And then I saw, okay, I just lost $300 on that 10K account. Now, for those who don't know, or trading for a prop firm to pass a challenge, you need to make on my, like, for FTMO, you need to make 10%. You basically need to make 100% because they give you $1,000 to trade with. They say it's a $10,000 account, but they give you $1,000. Is your daily, not your daily, your overall max that you can be in drawdown. So that means you're actually only trading with $1,000. And then you have also another rule that you cannot, you should not lose more than $500 in a day. So that is 5%. Now, I've been, from the 28th of August, I've traded that account, and I've been disciplined. I've been up 2%, I've been down. I'm going to show the results for you. I took, the first trade I took on that account, my psychology was so super. It's different. It's really different when you're trading a challenge. Because it's almost like the pressure of trading with the rules, the pressure of sticking to the rules got to me. Now, I know there's a lot of traders that are successful in trading prop firms. But if you are trading prop firms and you have also failed in accounts, I think it's normal that you failed. I think I'm not gonna be too hard on myself, even though I can be very hard on myself. I can beat myself up for days and months over mistakes, because now I know what my mistakes are. I know what I need to rectify. I know what I need to work on, and it is definitely my discipline. So, and my self-control in the market. Now, it's easy to say, yeah, but you must just be disciplined. But if you don't understand yourself, and if you don't understand why exactly are you in a hurry to pass the challenge, like for me, for instance, I'm very ambitious. I am goal driven. I am super goal driven, and I set goals for everything. If my wife and I, we have to save for something, like set the goal, we're gonna work towards the goal and track our progress. I'm super ambitious and wanting to set a new goal. Now in trading, you need to lose the alpha mentality. You like getting things done. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna get things done, because that's how I am in my personal life. But with trading, you need to accept it's a different environment that you are now in, and it requires you to be patient with the market and with your journey as well, because the more you can only follow your process. That's what I've learned now. The market, the outcome, I don't have control over the outcome. I have control over my habits. For instance, am I re-entering after a loss? Am I cutting my wins early? Those are trading mistakes that I need to work on. Not the market. The market is there. The candles will form. You the one who needs to make those decisions. Now, I will take a break from trading challenge accounts. I might only start next month. Maybe. I will see how my financial situation allows me to, because you cannot also, that's another thing, that's the biggest thing. And I've learned my lesson before. Trading, when you have a big financial obligation that you need to settle. Say for instance, you're working towards, like when I had my wedding in 2023, all my money went into the wedding planning and all that. So I didn't have a lot of money to put into my trading account. Now, it puts a lot of pressure on you when you trade and you're working towards a financial goal, and you're also trying to grow your trading account, it's extremely difficult to trade with a small account. If you don't have a big account size, trading with bigger capital really helps with that psychology, man. It helps. I'm not saying you will become a better trader, because if you don't have a set strategy, if you don't have a winning strategy, a strategy that actually works, then your more money won't solve that. But a bigger capital, you will see the people that's making 1 and 2%, 3% every week, and who are actually okay with making 2 and 3%, between 2 and 3% per month even, is the people who are actually trading with 50,000, 10 to 50 to 60,000, $100,000 accounts. Because like a 2%, I mean 100,000, if you make 1% on 100,000, that is 1,000. Sorry, it's 10,000. If you make 1% on a 10,000, that's $100. So it's you understand, it's the bigger your capital, the more you will be okay with the small percentage gain as well, and it will be easier for you to actually make money and see the money. But you're now trying to trade and live off a small trading account is hindering your ability. And I'm talking to myself, because I am still building my capital, because I'm not scamming anyone. I'm not selling courses. I'm not selling signals. I'm not selling anything. So obviously I fund my own person. I fund my own trading. I fund my own capital. And it's like starting a business. I am putting all my extra money into my trading account. And I might not have all the funds that I want. I have a goal for where I want my account to be. Once I reach that goal, I know for a fact that I will perform even much better. And that's why I document this whatever happened here today, because I want to come back and I want to see myself in a better situation. And I'm even, my neck is even stiff here of, it might not look like it, but I'm extremely stressed. I'm stressed out because like I said, I'm very hard on myself, and I feel like I also need to do better, because I am a mentor. I am someone who other traders look up to, and I've been sharing my journey, and nothing wrong with the strategy, you know. It's just that when it comes to that money aspect and that psychology around money, and like when you have an expectation, because that's the other thing. If you have expectations to win, then you deal with losses a bit, you deal with losses poorly. Because now basically I was refusing to be wrong, and that speaks volumes of my ego. My ego was high. I wanted to be right, and I refused to lose money, and I refused to give up on a losing trade, because it was a winning trade, but I turned it into a losing trade due to my over trading, due to my entering not at the right place at all. So yeah, I mean, I only have $200 in that account left to trade with, but for me, I blew the account. I use a very aggressive approach also to that account. But yeah, maybe we will try again. We will see. It was a good learning experience for me. Not what I expected. I went into it thinking that I'm gonna pass it in like 3-4 days. It won't be anything. But yeah, this is the reality. I'll also share now on YouTube my stats with you guys, so you can see the equity curve. Yeah, through transparency. I'm actually a real trader. I actually do trade every single day except Friday now. I trade gold mostly. I do look at GBP USD as well. But yeah, thank you for, if you watch this video till the end, tell me, let's share with me if you also tried prop firms, or if you're tempted to try prop firms, and what is your take on prop firms. Yeah, ciao, we talk again.